Hey everyone, welcome back to Projects with Paul. Today I'm going to show you how I overhauled the underside of my 5-foot bush hog. Let's get started. And that's how you flip a bush hog over. I'm just going to have to get the proper socket and impact wrench. This ain't going to cut it. Look at there. Oh, I did it. Yeah, she's loose. Awesome. Well, I was cutting the bolt head off to get the blades off so I could slide that pan off. And I was wiggling the blade off, and the whole stump jumper just wiggled right off. That's unbelievable. Look at there. So we'll get this thing cleaned up, and that's just penetrating oil in there. I don't think it's leaking or anything. I can't believe that. So, since it came off, still have to get this. We got to reuse this bar and this hub, of course. I'm going to go ahead and put new blades anyway, since I'm putting a new pan on the jumper, and go ahead and put new blades, get everything painted up nice, and then hopefully I won't have to mess with it. Hopefully ever again. Alright, we're going to give the bottom of the deck the old flap attack here. Clean that rust off of there so we can get it painted. Make sure you got your safety shoes on when you're doing this sort of thing. Alright, I keep calling this a restoration, but it's more of just an overhaul. I'm not trying to restore it back to new. Just put some new parts on it, clean it up and paint it, fix some of the dents, some of the cracked welds. So I still have to get the welder out and do some work on that. Anyway, got all the high spots cleaned off the underside, so we're going to go ahead and throw some black paint on there. Get it looking good. Maybe last a little longer. It's only got a couple little tiny holes. Nothing major. I don't even think I'm going to worry about them unless I get the welder out before I paint. So might do that since I got to weld up. This crack here I want to fix. Maybe that corner right there. That's it. Just a couple little spots, but other than that, it looks pretty good. All right, I brought the welder out here. Got a few cracks I want to weld up. Mainly this one right here. So I can only run this off of 110. It's a dual voltage machine. So let's see here. I just take that plug, put that on the cord. I can plug it into extension cord. And got one crack there, and then one over here I want to fix. And a couple I'm going to go ahead and patch up those little holes. So yeah, just took the old forks on the tractor and picked the machine up, brought it out here. Easier than trying to drag it through the dirt and the grass. So let's get going. We also want to let the machine cool down a little bit. It's got a much lower duty cycle when it's running off 110 volt, but it's working. Okay, that bottom inch there was setting it myself, and that upper part was auto set. So I'm just going to go back over that and burn that in a little bit better, and it should be good. It's a good machine, being able to run off of 110 or 220. Alright, I got all the new parts here laid out. I'm going to go ahead and assemble the stump jumper along with the blades, and then just set the whole unit down on top of the gearbox at one time. So I got, this is the original bar. Just cleaned it up and painted it. New stump jumper pan, new blades, new center nut that I found at the Ag Pro John Deere dealer, and new bolts for the bush hog blades, cotter pins. So I got right at $400 in parts here. You know, $135. These were from Tractor Supply, $62 a piece. This nut alone was $62. $33 a piece here, so $1.50. You add it up, it's 400 bucks. But it's basically have a brand new bush hog underneath. Got the bottom all painted up. Got some good black Rust-Oleum on there. I know it's going to get rubbed off here and there, but it'll help preserve it. Got the cracks all welded up, everything cleaned up and painted. And once we install that stump jumper, we can flip this thing over and pressure wash the top side and go ahead and paint it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get this assembled and get it set on. That should be tight enough. This thing's awkward, it'll pinch you too. There you go. Let's get it installed. Alright, I'm going to wrap this video up. Pretty much finished. I still need to get a socket to fit that nut. The 1 3/4 I used to take off the old nut does not fit on this one. I believe it's a 46 millimeter, so I have to get one of those. But I have the new blades, the new stump jumper, the new blade bolts all installed and tightened down. I just got to tighten this, put a cotter pin in it, and it'll be finished. Got the bottom side all cleaned up, welded up the cracked areas. There was 3 or 4 cracks and some holes. These are what the holes look like after I welded them up and painted them. Paint job turned out pretty decent. This should last for a while. All I'm going to do now is flip it over, give it a good pressure washing on the top side. There's nothing broke or damaged up top. So I'm just going to pressure wash it, put a nice coat of black. I'm going to go ahead and black it out, put black paint on it, and put it to use. And I'll show you guys in a future video how it looks. So thanks for watching Projects with Paul, and we'll see you next time.